Hello from San Antonio, this is SIREN Tarot. Welcome back to another pick a card reading. How you view yourself versus the truth. Subscriber's request. So in this reading, we'll be exploring possible blind spots you may have about yourself. This reading is timeless, and for this reading, there are 4 different options. This is option 1. They're all elephants, different stones, different crystals. This is option 2. Option 3. And Cuatro, option 4. As always, timestamps will be provided. Don't overthink it. Just take a deep breath and make your selection. If you chose the first elephant, here is your reading. Okay. This is Temperance, La Templanza. The Hanged Man, El Colgado. Four of Cups, Cuatro de Copas. 4 is Aquarius. And this would be 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, yeah, this is Judgment. El Juicio. And this is the Warrior of Jades, the Knight of Pentacles, Caballo de Oros. And the Servant of Staffs, or Page of Wands, Sota de Bastos. So, in this spread, we're looking at how you view yourself. If you chose 1, it could be that overall you feel okay about yourself, but you don't feel great about yourself. You feel like you kind of just blend in. You feel like you're mediocre. You're not the best at anything. You don't really shine or stand out in any way. And you've accepted that you don't exactly stand out. You're not exactly setting the world on fire. You don't have crazy popularity. You're not experiencing crazy success. And for the most part, you're okay with that. There may be times when you feel down. You feel down on yourself. You think, why couldn't I be better at XYZ? You feel like you're not that exciting. You feel like other people get more attention and more accolades than you get. Okay. You're very humble. I'm seeing deep humility for 1. So if you chose 1, you could have Sun in Pisces, Sagittarius rising, Moon in Capricorn. That's just one possibility. Now we're going to look at the truth, or how other people view you. Perhaps there's something you're not seeing about yourself. The Emperor, Mars, Aries, As de Espadas, Ace of Swords. I call this the blazing sword of truth. Maybe the Copas, 9 of Cups. 9 is Aries. And then the Morgan Greer, Uno más. King of Rods, King of Wands, Rey de Bastos. Strength, Leo. And King of Pentacles, Rey de Oros. So this is stunning. This is striking. The way you view yourself does not sync up with how you're perceived by others at all. Other people see you as someone who is strong to the point of being superhuman. You've endured some stuff. You've experienced life. You've experienced a lot of loss. And you're still in the game. You're still trying. You're still showing up. You're persisting. A lot of people are intimidated by you because you are so strong and you're so sure of who you are. Just going by these cards. This is strong masculine energy. In this quadrant, it's all masculine. It's fire and air. And then we have the feminine energy in the last row, the Nine of Cups over King of Pentacles. So you don't really show vulnerability. People don't see you as someone who is fragile or weak. They don't see you as someone who thinks bad thoughts about yourself. They're seeing total confidence and authenticity. There's no bullshit to you. You're not fake. You're not superficial. You're not scared of expressing your truth. And that sets you apart from a lot of people. You don't play the games. You don't go along just to appease others or to make things easier. You don't express convenient truths. You can be harsh. You can be blunt in your delivery of the truth. And so that could isolate you from the masses. But, you know, there's that song by L7 that was popular in the 90s. The masses are asses. You're not an ass. You're not silly. You're not superficial. You're not a coward. You have the courage of your convictions. You have a very strong moral compass. And you're not scared to express your controversial opinions. Controversial because they don't sync up with the people around you. Okay? You're an individual. You're an iconoclast is what I'm getting. For one. Okay, the die. One is Leo, so you have strong leadership abilities. 2, Cancer, and you have compassion, you have a good heart, but you don't suffer fools gladly. And you don't just bleed all over the place. You don't just show your vulnerability to whoever. 5, Mercury, Gemini, Virgo. 6, Venus. And then 7, so Pisces is the dominant energy here. People could see you as a spiritual leader. You go where angels fear to tread. See, I see vowels as feminine. We have all these vowels. I see consonants as masculine. You are a giving person, but I feel like you're very strict and smart and strong with your boundaries. You have a healthy ego. Okay? You're not on some ego trip. You're not narcissistic. We have 4, 5, and we have 6. We don't have a D, but I feel like you're someone who has paid your dues. You put in the hard work. You could have a really well-placed, well-aspected Saturn, something like Saturn in the 10th. 10th house is the house of Capricorn, and Saturn rules Capricorn. You could have Saturn in Capricorn. We have Geo. 5. You may come from a large family. You could be, I'm not really getting last born. I'm not getting baby vibes. I feel like if you chose one, you're either an only child or you're the eldest. But when I see 5, I think of Mercury, Gemini, Virgo. In the system that I use, 5 is Mercury. So you're super intelligent and you're very good at communicating. You could be in Italy or you could have Italian ancestry. I'm seeing Ogilvy, the brand. Isn't it a shampoo? It was in the 70s and 80s, Ogilvy. Anyway, yeah, and I'm seeing video. You may make videos for a living. Maybe you have a YouTube channel. Yeah, that's what I see for 1. I hope that helps. I have a Patreon, I have a second tarot channel, Psycho Tarot, and I do client readings full time. Thanks for watching. Peace out. And if you chose the second elephant, I believe this is red jasper. Here's your reading. My favorite deck of all time, the Zoltun Mayan Tarot. So for this spread, we're looking at how you perceive yourself. 2 of Cups, those the Copas. 2 is Cancer. 5 of Staffs, 5 of Wands, Cinco de Bastos. 5 Mercury, Gemini, Virgo. 2 of Swords, those the Espadas. Yeah, that's the devil. El Diablo, Capricorn. 3 Cups, 3 is the Copas, 3 Sagittarius. And the Lord of Staffs, the King of Wands, Rey de Bastos. You see yourself as someone who likes to have a good time. You see yourself as someone who puts an emphasis on relationships. You feel like you give to the point of depletion. You feel like you're very generous. You're very good to the people in your life. To the point of almost being a masochist or a martyr. You don't see yourself as someone who is selfish. You see yourself as someone who's very giving. You see yourself as someone who is balanced. You're in alignment, you're in harmony. You may like to drink, you may like to do drugs recreationally, socially, but you don't feel like you have any defining addictions. You don't feel like you're enslaved by any habits or addictions. As I often say, I don't read reversals. I can get all the info I need from the cards in the upright. And at its lowest vibration, the devil is about being enslaved by a habit or an addiction or being stuck in a karmic loop. And you feel like you're not in this. You're not stuck in a karmic loop because all these cards around the devil are about being in harmony. Well, the 5 of Wands, that stands out as well. But I really get the vibe that you don't feel like you cause drama or conflict. You feel like you're in alignment, you're in harmony. If you get into arguments with your friends or family members, it's all good-natured. There may be some good-natured teasing, but you don't feel like there's any toxicity. Okay? If you chose to, you could have Sun in Cancer, Capricorn rising, Moon in Aries. That's just one possibility. I feel like there's a strong possibility that your astro combo is all cardinal. So the cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. Now let's see how other people view you. Perhaps there is a blind spot. There's something you're not seeing about yourself. Morgan Greer. You may feel like you're the mother or the father of your friend group. El Carro, the Chariot, Cancer. Six of Pentacles, Seis de Oro, Sixes, Venus. Queen of Cups, Reina de Copas. Call it the Pink Tiger deck. I know that's not the name of this deck. I never can remember. I've written it down numerous times and I just can't keep the name of this deck in my head. It's in Spanish. La Estrella, Star, Aquarius, Rey de Bastos, King of Wands, and El Ermitaño, the Hermit, Virgo. Okay. I would say, unlike what I saw in pile 1, for pile 2, the way you view yourself is pretty much how other people view you. People see you as someone who is balanced. You take excellent care of yourself. You're very good looking. You probably have above average looks. You could get a lot of attention. You could get a lot of attention on social media. Could be an influencer. You just have a really big following. I associate the star with social media. So you get a lot of attention. You're highly visible. You're good looking. Probably an extrovert. People see you as someone who is sociable, but you're gracious, you have good manners, you are loving, you are kind, you are generous. You're good to the people in your life. But what I'm getting from this 6-card spread is people do not want to piss you off. You're not someone they want to piss off because you can fight dirty. You can be very strong with your language and very strong with your boundaries. You're very careful who you allow into your inner circle. You don't just allow anyone in. Although you're sociable, you're an extrovert, you're not going to just let anyone get into your life and get close to you. And what I'm picking up for 2 is there could be a lot of jealousy around you. There could be a lot of resentment. People could see your success and kind of hate you for it or judge you for it. People may think that you're highly favored or you're lucky. You just lucked into your success. And so I'm seeing some pettiness, some bitterness, some envy. You're a star. You stand out. And that just goes without saying. When you stand out in any way, when you have any amount of success, you're going to have people around you that resent you and are jealous, and they're going to attack you and try to take away from you what you've carefully created. So you could come from a large family. There could be a lot of sibling rivalry for 2. I'm seeing specifically a jealous female, someone like a cousin or an aunt. I'm not going to get too deep into that, but suffice to say, you get a lot of attention. You could have a platform. Better looking than average. And people see you as someone who has a very strong sense of who you are. You have good self-esteem. You have stability. You don't try to please everyone. You don't play that game. But the people you are close to, you're very, very good. You're very generous. I'm getting Elvis vibes. Elvis was Capricorn. I think he had Sagittarius rising, moon, and Pisces. And by all accounts, by all that I've heard about him, he was very, very good to the people in his life. He was very generous. When he divorced Priscilla, there's that famous picture of them leaving the courthouse together holding hands. So, yeah, and Elvis, he had a fierce temper. So you've got a temper, but you're going to defend what you've created, and you're going to defend your friends and loved ones, is what I get for 2. Two is Cancer. 4 is Aquarius. Oh, the tile came out. P. I feel like you're close to your dad. 3 is Sagittarius. 5, Mercury, Gemini, Virgo. So 5 and 7. Oh, that's interesting. So Pisces is the dominant number. Pisces is the dominant number. 7 is the dominant number, making Pisces the dominant energy. I'm not getting Pisces vibes at all. I'm not getting Pisces. I'm not getting Neptune. I'm not getting 12th house for 2. Perhaps your father is a Pisces and you're close to your dad. Or your dad or some male who raised you, a dad, an uncle, a grandfather, they've passed on and they're protecting you from the other side is what I'm getting for 2. Pig, born in the year of the pig. My double Scorpio sun, he has sun and moon in Scorpio. He was born in the year of the golden pig, 2007. VIP, the VIP lounge. Paris Hilton. I have the same birthday as Paris Hilton, and we're not anything at all alike. February 17th. Maybe you were daddy's princess. Maybe you were favored. Yeah, we have 5, we have 4, we have 6. I think it's cool how Super Bowl 2025 was Super Bowl Licks. It's Roman numerals, but L-I-X spells licks. The correct spelling of licks is L-I-C-K-S. God, the Virgo in me gets on my Aquarian's nerves sometimes. I've got Sun and Venus in Aquarius, Virgo rising, Virgo moon. Any names? Not really. I mean, we have Geo again. You could be in Italy, or you have some Italian ancestry, or you just really like pizza. I don't know. Lasagna. Calzones. So I'm seeing Ogilvy again. That's weird. That's random. Ogilvy, the shampoo, because there's a whole product line with Ogilvy. Original Gangsta. Give. Yeah, you're giving. You're generous. Oh, we have Vogue. You're really into fashion. Maybe you're a model. You're in the fashion industry some way, somehow. Strike a pose. PI. Magnum PI. My mom's favorite show in the 80s. Tom Selleck. What is Tom Selleck's sun sign? I don't know. I don't keep track of the guy. I usually can remember celebrity sun signs, but I don't know Tom Selleck's. Anyway, that's what I see. Maybe your dad has a mustache, dark hair, blue eyes. That's what I see for 2. Hope that helps. I do this full time. I am always available for private readings. 1 question readings are 25, 3 75. Natal chart readings are 75, and synastry readings are 100. Thanks for watching. Peace out. And if you chose Thris, elephant number 3, here's your reading, starting with my favorite tarot deck on the planet, the Mayan Zoltun Tarot. Now, these 6 cards, this first spread, this is how you see yourself, how you view yourself, how you perceive yourself. 7 of Jade, 7 of Pentacles, Seith of the Oro, 7's Pisces. 6 of Cups, Ace of Copas, 6 is Venus. Servant or Page of Cups, I was going to say Soda de Bastos, Sotha de Copas. And what are you, sir? You with your feathers and your offering for the gods. Bitch, you know who I am. I know, I forgot. You're the emperor, aren't you? Yes, I am. Yo soy Big King Daddy. Mars, Aries. And don't you forget it. Okay. 3 of Jades, 3 of Pentacles, 3 de Oros, 3 Sagittarius, and the Lord, or King of Jades, King of Pentacles, Rey de Oros. Okay, you see yourself as a badass. You may be right. You see yourself as a fierce protector of the young, or specifically, if you're a parent, you see yourself as a fierce protector of your child or children. You see yourself as a very good parent, but you do see yourself as a work in progress. You're probably extremely ambitious and goal-oriented, and you're climbing up the mountain, but you're not on top of the mountain yet. Okay. You see yourself who is very soulful. You're present. When you're talking to people, you're all there. You listen. You contribute. You're in the flow of all things. Okay. You create. You build. You work tirelessly. You never stop. Your anger is righteous. You're not petty. You don't just fly off the handle for no reason. You don't just get mad for no reason. It's a slow build, a slow burn. Someone pisses you off and they piss you off and they attack you, and then you let it fly. And you tell them exactly how wrong they are for their behavior, whatever they're doing that has pissed you off. You put people in their place quick when the time is appropriate. And you're very sharp, very smart, very good with language. Even though we don't have any swords at all, we don't have the King of Swords or Queen of Swords. We have no swords. I feel like the swords are implied. I'm just picking up intuitively. You could have an air Mercury. You could have something like Mercury in Libra. I'm seeing Mercury in Libra, but Mercury in Libra, Mercury in Aquarius, Mercury in Gemini, you will cut a bitch. You will put people in their place, okay? But on a day-to-day basis, you're just building, you're just showing up and you're doing the work, you're getting your hands dirty. You feel like no one ever did you any favors, and any success that you have is extremely hard-earned. You make money and you keep it. You don't spend foolishly. You're very smart with your resources, is what I'm getting for 3, or that's how you see yourself, okay? You could have an Earth dominant natal chart. Possible astro combo for those who chose 3. You could have, now I say Earth dominant, but I'm getting strong Scorpio vibes. You could have Sun in Scorpio, Mercury in Libra, Capricorn rising, Moon in Taurus. That's just one possibility. Now, how do other people see you? Morgan Greer. Virgo, 9 of Pentacles. Maybe the Oros, a 9 is Aries, but that's a Virgo card. La Torre, the Tower, Mars, Aries. 7 of Swords, they did the Espadas. 7, Pisces. Call it the Pink Tiger deck. That's not the correct name. The correct name is Spanish. I've written it down, never can remember it. I bought this deck in a crystal shop in Tyler, Texas, what feels like a million years ago. I loved that shop. But you can find this deck on Amazon like anything else, or like a lot of things. Amazon, the website that owns planet Earth. As de Bastos, Ace of Wands. Cinco de Bastos, 5 of Wands, and Reina de Copas, Queen of Cups. Okay, people do see you as a good parent. And if you're not a parent, they see you as someone who potentially could be a good parent, or the mother hen of your friend group. Okay, you're very loyal. You're loyal and devoted to the people in your life. But people sense that you won't tolerate any amount of bullshit. People sense that it would be a very bad idea to piss you off, to attack you. You will defend yourself. Also, I'm getting the sense that people see you as someone who could be very strategic and possibly duplicitous. You're always working behind the scenes. You're always looking at all the angles, like a pool hustler. You know, no one can fool you. No one can deceive you. You got a very sharp bullshit detector. You're savvy. You got street smarts. And so when people look into your eyes, they think, okay, I can't put anything past this person. They can see through me. So they see you as someone who's very sharp, perceptive, and possibly duplicitous. You know how to work a situation to your advantage, like a politician. So I don't think you're a politician. I mean, hell, I guess you could be, but maybe you're a lawyer, or you work in the law industry. I don't know. I'm getting street smarts. And I feel like if you chose 3, you could have visible tattoos. So tattoos on your arms, your wrist, your hands, maybe your face. You could have piercings. You could have dark hair, dark eyes. You don't smile a lot. You're very intense. You're not especially congenial. You're not happy-go-lucky. The phrase comes to mind, they don't play. People see you as someone who does not play. They may see you as humorless. You may be told, God, lighten up, smile, you know. You don't flirt. You take relationships very seriously. When you're with someone, you're with someone. You don't cheat. You're loyal. But it's almost an act of God to get you from point A to point B in a relationship, because in the beginning, it's very awkward. You don't flirt, and you don't trust people easily. Mistrust is probably your default. Maybe you've been betrayed before. Maybe you had an unstable childhood with some kind of trauma, or there was abandonment, rejection, and so you're very, very slow to trust people, and you don't flirt. That's what I'm getting. People see you as someone who is serious. Okay. And if you chose 3, you may have had problems historically with your mom or the woman who raised you. There could be some conflict there. There could be some trouble with your moon in your natal chart. You could have Moon conjunct Saturn, Moon conjunct Mars, Moon conjunct Pluto, and that gives you intensity. Or you could have a Scorpio moon. Okay? Four is Aquarius, 3 Sagittarius, 7's Pisces, another 3, 6 Venus. So, oh, all right, that makes sense. 10 or 1 is the number making Leo the dominant energy. Like a lion, like a Leo, you're majestic and you're dignified. You will not be made a fool of, okay? If someone humiliates you, They think they're playing a prank or a joke. If someone humiliates you, embarrasses you, you will turn your back on that person. You will not forgive someone for making a fool out of you. You will not forgive a lover for betraying you, making you look foolish in any way. Because it's such a big deal for you to trust someone. When that trust is betrayed, it's game over. You may forgive them from a safe distance, but you won't allow them access into your life once they've fucked with you. And even though, yeah, well, are we getting it? No, even though we're not getting the word please, because we don't have an S, I'm seeing please. You're not going to beg someone to be in your life. You're not going to beg someone to text you or to show up. Either someone chooses you or they don't. But you don't just lay down and show your belly. You don't just lay down and submit to someone. Okay, you have your pride, basically. Leap year, born during a leap year. Pale, you could have a pale complexion. I'm seeing snow queen, ice queen. With that, I always think of Aquarius. Because Aquarius season is during the winter and Aquarians can be quite cold, quite austere, cerebral. Timeless reading, but I am recording and uploading this in Aquarius season. Fox, sly like a fox. You would make a formidable political opponent. If you chose to run for office of any kind, you would give your opponent a run for their damn money. Opal, well, Opal is the birthstone for October, which is Libra and Scorpio season. Capricorn. Capo. I'm seeing The Godfather. I'm a bad American. I've never seen the Godfather movies. But I'm seeing the Mafia, the Italian Mafia, Al Capone, Chicago, New York, Rikers Prison, Pax, a pox on you in both of your houses, Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet. Is that correct? A pox on you in both of your houses. Pox, a curse. I could see you getting into black magic. I can see you cursing your enemies. It's just really not a good idea to piss you off in any way. You are not a good enemy to have. Pace picante sauce, made in San Antonio, Texas. Yeah, you're a formidable foe, for sure. My Libra grandmother once, this was in my son the Scorpio was coughing. That's confirmation, I guess. He's sick. My Libra grandmother told me years ago, this was in 1996. My boyfriend had made a mistake. He had really pissed me off, and she saw how I reacted to that, and she said, "Oh my God, Misty, I would not ever want to piss you off." My grandmother said that. Flex. You flex. Okay, yeah. You have a healthy ego. You know your value. You know your worth. You give a lot and you expect a lot in return. Yeah. Goal. You got goals. The Log Lady, Twin Peaks. That's what I see for 3. Hope that helps. I do this full time. I have a second tarot channel, Psycho Tarot. I have a Patreon. I just did a pick a card reading for my top 2 tier patrons last night. Sex in 2025. Your sex life in 2025. Check it out if you're so inclined. All the links are in every box. Thanks for watching. Peace out. And if you chose cloth row 4, here's your reading. Starting with my favorite deck on the planet, the Zoltun Mayan Tarot. So this first spread, these first 6 cards, this is how you see yourself, how you view yourself, how you perceive yourself. This is going to be a long video for me. We're already at over 41 minutes. My readings are around 30, 40 minutes usually. 7 of Staffs, 7 of Wands, they did the Bastos, 7 is Pisces. 5 of Cups, Cinco de Copas, 5 is Mercury, Gemini, Virgo. Am I missing a card? Okay, that tells the story, but I'll get another card so you'll have 6. Lord of Swords, King of Swords, Rey de Espadas. And the servant or page of swords, so that the Espadas and death. Muerte. You feel like you come up short. You feel like you're lacking, is what I get. Now let's get you another card. You feel like you're lacking in some way. You could feel like you were not the favorite in your family. You were not the golden child. You were the scapegoat. These flipped out, so I'll take them. So you get some extra cards. You get some bonus cards for. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Sun. And we have 8 of Staffs, 8 of Wands. Ocho de Bastos, 8 is Capricorn. Yeah, you feel like you always have to compete. You have to compete for attention. You have to compete for affection. You may have come from a family, and I'm seeing specifically a mom. The mom created triangulation with you and your sibling. She had someone that was a favorite, the golden child she put on a pedestal. And you got the scraps. You got the leftovers. You got the crumbs. And you've never fully moved past that or recovered from that. You know, you may have come from a family where there was a huge emphasis on the superficial, on looks. Oh, well, look how Katie's doing. You know, Katie's just killing it. Katie's crushing it. Tim just proposed. He gave her a big diamond ring, and they're going to Fiji for their destination wedding, and then they're going to Paris for their honeymoon. And la 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 la, Katie and Tim, Katie and Tim. Okay, so, oh God, I'm sorry if you've had that experience. All kinds of game playing and comparing this person to that person and judging from what you see on social media, and an emphasis on looks and accomplishments, not so much on intellectual growth or development, but a focus on looks and shallow stuff, superficial stuff. And so you feel like you just fell short. I'm not going to get too deep into this. I don't talk about physicality. I don't talk about looks that much, but you may have felt like you had to compete. You may have had some plastic surgery. You may have some stuff around eating. I'm not going to call out any, I'm not going to get too deep with that, but there could be some problem with eating habits and just self-esteem. In general, you feel like you don't quite measure up. You feel like you fall short. Okay. You've had a lot of deaths, and I don't mean literal deaths, but, well, you're still here, aren't you? You're alive. You're watching this reading, so yeah, you're not dead. I mean metaphorical deaths. You've had a lot of losses. A lot of things have contributed to you not feeling that great about yourself. You may have come from an especially chaotic environment. When you were a child, you were always moving. Your dad was in the oil industry. If you're in Texas, you know, your dad worked in the oil fields, or your dad was military. And you were just always moving. You couldn't stay in one place for any length of time and build up a foundation and build strong friendships. And so you feel lost, you feel lonely. And I'm not seeing a stable sense of self here, okay? I feel like you struggled a lot if you chose 4. You feel like you've been out in the cold. The 5 of Pentacles comes to mind. Do we have 5 of Pentacles? We have 5 of Cups. So maybe you lost a parent when you were young. But I feel like the 5 of Pentacles is showing up. In the Rider-Waite, the figures are in the snow. And I always think of Christmas. I think of Capricorn season. I feel like you're locked out. Like you're a barefoot waif in the snow and your nose is pressed against the glass. You're looking into the cathedral that you can't access, or the candy shop. There's all this candy and you can't afford any of it. You feel like a pauper, a peasant. Maybe I'm being overly dramatic, but this is a pretty dramatic spread. I'm seeing struggle. I'm seeing resistance. You feel like one or maybe both of your parents didn't really love you. They didn't see you. They didn't understand you. They didn't value you. This is cold. And God, I don't want to see what I'm seeing, but I'm seeing Prince Harry. You know, I bought his memoir, Spare, on a whim. I was standing in line at Target and the book just jumped out, so I bought it. And I've seen all the videos targeting him and his wife, and I don't want to go down those rabbit holes. I just don't. But Prince Harry, I think he's a Virgo. His wife, Meghan, is a Leo. Anyway, he has had his struggles. I don't have to recount that. If you know, you know about Prince Harry. But I'm seeing drama. I'm seeing conflict with the family. With your first 7 years on this planet, I see a lot to unpack. If you chose 4, you could have Sun in Leo, Gemini rising, Moon in Scorpio, just one possibility. Now, how do people see you? How do people view you? How do people perceive you? La Torre, the Tower, Mars, Aries, 7 of Swords, 8 of Espadas, 7 is Pisces, and the Moon, La Luna, Pisces. Uno más. Rey de Copas, King of Cups. 6 de Espadas, 6 of Swords, 6 is Venus. And 10 de Bastos, 10 of Wands, 10 Leo. A lot of people who know you or know of you, not the casual observer, but people who have exchanged some energy with you, people that have gotten somewhat close to you, they feel tremendous compassion for you. They feel like you have been through it. You've been to hell and back. And people just feel sorry for you. They feel like you've been victimized so many times. God, what I'm seeing now, I'm seeing soft, white underbelly. There have been times that I've watched that channel and I had to just stop because I was crying so hard. Because some of those stories, they just absolutely rip your heart to pieces. Some things that these people have survived. So maybe you come from a lot of trauma, a lot of struggle. I would say especially people who are close to you, like lovers, close friends, they feel tremendous compassion for you. And you inspire generosity in people. People want to help you out. They want to do everything they can to help you get to the next level. Maybe you've been homeless at some point. Okay? People see you as someone who's been through it and you didn't deserve any of it. You're a good person. You have a good heart. You deserve better than what you've received. You've been lied to. You've been cheated. I'm seeing a whole telenovela. I mean, I'm not making light of this, but I'm just seeing so much pain and suffering. People see you as someone who has the best intentions, and you have good execution. You have good intentions and you follow through. You show up, you do the work, and it's almost like you're just spinning your wheels in the mud. You just can't get ahead. You can't get any traction. You feel like you have this heavy, heavy karma to work out. And a lot of you have been victimized by a specific family member. It could be a dad, or doesn't make any sense to me, but a grandfather, a male figure who has just really had it out for you. Maybe there was a big inheritance and you didn't get your share of the inheritance. It went to a sibling or a cousin or someone. You were cut out. Maybe if you chose for, you've not spoken to your family in years. You've had to create a life for yourself. You've made your friends your family. You found your own tribe later in life out of necessity. Wow, it's intense. Okay. And I'm seeing that scene from Good Will Hunting where Robin Williams, the therapist, he's putting his hands on Will's shoulders. Will, Matt Damon. Robin Williams was a Cancer. Matt Damon is a Libra. He puts his hands on his shoulders, I think, if I remember correctly. And he says, he's looking into his eyes and he's saying, it wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault. And Matt Damon says, don't fuck with me, man. Not you. Don't fuck with me. It wasn't your fault. And he just breaks into sobs. Matt Damon's character just starts sobbing because it's a real connection. And Robin Williams is telling him it's not his fault what he had to endure as a kid. And he shouldn't keep holding that and carrying it around. You know, he was an innocent child. That's as far as I'll go, but it's very deep. I'm on the verge of tears just looking at these cards. 2 is Cancer, 6 is Venus, 8 is Capricorn, 5 Mercury, Gemini, Virgo, 11, 2 Cancer, 2 and 2. That's 4 Aquarius. You may put up a strong front. You may come across like an Aquarian, maybe you have Aquarius rising, and you seem like you don't care. You seem like you're cavalier or you're cold, you're just cerebral, but you're protecting your very wounded inner child. Yeah. Ex. You could have an ex who just really put you through it. We don't have all the letters, but I'm seeing fentanyl. Okay. You could work in the medical industry. You could be an RN or an LVN. You could work in hospice. Ian. We don't have an I, but I'm seeing an Ian. Seeing Nathan. Fina, is that a name? I don't know. Fina. If we had another in Anne or Anna. Okay. You pretend like things are all right. You come across stoic, but I see you being very wounded, very vulnerable, very fragile if you chose 4. That's what I see. That's what I have. I hope that helps. That does conclude this pick a card reading. Thank you all so much for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. Sending you all massive love and light from San Antonio.